Good morning and sliding into afternoon. We're here today with Judy Allen, also known as Nana for Teach Me Nana. So today we're going to be doing our third alternative for Beyond the Horizon paper pumpkin kit. It's a March kit. Soon we'll have the April kit that we'll be receiving. Whoop, whoop. And if you haven't been paying attention, it's posted on our Facebook page. But the May kit that you have to order by May 10th is coming with gift holders in it and all beautiful, bright, bold colors from the new colors that they're doing, launching the in colors for May for the annual catalog. So some exciting things, and it's going to have a golden ticket in it. So 200 golden tickets are going out. If you win one, be sure to claim your $25 prize, all right? So with that, let's get going and let's get down to the hands. I also want to show you my beautiful Easter flowers for Easter week here. So I wanted to bring those up and share those as well too for today. Let you see them. They smell beautiful. Somebody that's very special, Pete, did that for me. Whoop, whoop. So there you go. All right, let's go down to those hands and get this card going. Get this card going. So this is the kit. This is the March kit that we're working with our alternatives. And so we're using the pieces from the kit itself, leftover pieces. So we did last week. I did a what we call a distressed card, and so I saved the leftover from the extras I had. I also last week had used some cardstock to be on the kit, and I'm just going to use this today, finish up what I had thrown in the kit. Then we're going to do some stamping here. Okay, so this is what we did last week, and this is an extra I had left over that we tore the paper here to get the distressed look. So what I've done, and this is just from one of the cardstocks we separated. And then this is a leftover of an envelope that I cut last week and had distressed. You can see where I distressed it down here. So what I'm doing today is I'm going to, part of my layout is I'm going to lay it over like this here. But I don't have this stressed out over here. So distressed. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take the scissors and I'm going to stress it, okay? So all I'm going to do is just take it and rub it across the edge here. And if I want to tear it, I could tear it too. But my papers, I've already got it left over, so we're using leftover. So all I'm going to do is just stress it out this way. And that's all you do is rub your scissors. And this is another way to distress the paper and get it as ruffled looking as you want without having to tear it. Because if I tore it, I would just tear it a little bit. But you can see how this is distressed there, the paper, versus when I tore it like this last week. And so, if you want it stressed out more, just stress it as much as you want. Just rub it across, alright? So, that's all I really need. I just wanted the edges ruffled up and all, because I've got this ruffled up. So today as I do this is just taking our scraps left over from last week. And I'm just going to lay this up here like this. I'm going to bring this down a little bit more, because I really want to be able to see this and have this blend in really good. And I do have it sort of a little bit shorter and off-centered, but that's what I wanted to do. I just want to give it that whole look like here. Alright? So all I'm going to do then is I'm going to put this down, and I'm going to sit there and do this with dimensionals. But I'm going to stamp it first, alright? And this was a nice stamp. You got a lot of nice stamps in this kit. There's 2 stamp sets. I'm going to stamp the word celebrate, and this is nice and big. And I'm going to just put it around the top up here, because it's very visible that way. But I'm still going to do a tag with some other words on it as well too. So let me get this inked up. We'll see how this looks and how this comes together. So I hope you're excited. This is Easter week. A lot of people are getting together to celebrate Easter, have Easter egg hunts. I know my grandkids, especially the younger ones, will do the Easter egg hunts. The older ones will do the cascaroni eggs. Yeah. So we're going to stamp this here. I'm going to put celebrate. You know what? Because there's always something to celebrate. Now I'm going to clean my stamps and be on good behavior, which is always important. I don't know how important that is at my age, but anyway, I tried to do it to be a good example. Alright, the only other thing I'm going to stamp here is this one says, they're upside down. There, I make that right. Hi Jennifer, hi Lourdes. So good to see you. I hope everybody's ready for Easter. I know I got my flowers. Okay, this one says sending you birthday wishes. So this is all I'm going to stamp on here also. And again, this is all just from the kit. You had 2 stamp sets. We don't always get 2 stamp sets. We usually just get 1 and 1 ink spot. But we got 2 stamp sets this month, which is real exciting. This coming month, we're going to get some gift card holders in the kit. Ooh, that'll be nice and different. Looking forward to see how that looks. Alright, so I'm sending birthday wishes. So I'm celebrating and sending birthday wishes. So it's all the stamping I'm going to do. And that really completes it, right? We're going to do stamping after we get through the card, but that's getting ready for next week. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this down. I'm using the tape instead of the dots right now. That come with the kit, because I can. We're just going to get this on here. Alright, and I'm just putting it to the left a little bit, because I'm going to sit there and put my card on top. And this is just the envelope, remember? This was the envelope that I took apart. And then I'm going to put this up on dimensionals, because this is going to stand out a lot better on dimensionals. And it has them right here. He's reaching over across the other ones. So we're just going to put this up on dimensionals. And we'll just keep on adding, alright? So the only thing that's not in the kit itself is the cardstock that from last week that I couldn't make up my mind which color I wanted. So this is the other color. But I figured I'd use it this week. Alright, I'm just going to put this right up here. I'm going to put it up a little bit because I really want to see some of this green, right? I just dressed this side so it looked good. Reminds me of the beach. I'm not at the beach anymore. And then I'm just going to put this up on a dimensional. I'm actually going to use the smaller dimensionals. And if you've got your kits and saved your stuff, you'll have some of the stuff in there. This will give it height and dimension, but it'll just be a little bit lower. Right? So we'll still have height, but it won't be as high as the other one. I know Lourdes has to be planning her Easter with her kiddos and grandkids. Yeah. And Aunt Jennifer, I'm not sure what Aunt Jennifer has planned. I'm sure she's got something planned, right? So I just like this because this is nice and easy. Now, I do have some other stuff I want to tuck in here. And I haven't this is going to be a little tall, so I'd have to size it down, which is not a problem. I could do this here, and I already put this down, but that would be not too much of a problem. I could actually size it down if I wanted to and just cut it across here. I really always like this flowy leafy stuff. You know what? I think I'm just going to use this. And the way I'm going to do this, since I already put that down and I most probably should have waited. Patience is a virtue. Obviously I need to work on that today. So I'm just going to actually sort of trim this down a little bit, because guess what? Nobody's going to know the difference, right? The only way they're going to know it is if they look at try to dissect my card and figure out what I did. So I'm just going to start tucking it down in there. See how that'll work just fine? Nobody would know the difference. So actually on this, I am going to use the smaller glue dots in the kit. And the reason why I do that, they're just nice and small. And let me get them here out of my box. I didn't have those handy dandy. Had them handy dandy, just didn't put them out handy dandy. As I say that, we're going to find them. If not, we'll use the other glue dots. I don't think I used them all. Alright, I might have to go to my other glue dots. Alright, glue dots in the kit is actually, I like better for something like this because they're smaller and they just work better. For me anyway. But it's really whatever works best for you. I think I might actually even let somebody borrow my little glue dots yesterday. Okay, so we'll just wait on them because I think they just went to get them because they realized that they have my glue dots. I didn't realize they had my glue dots. I'm just going to actually tuck this under here. There we go. Here goes my glue dots. So these are really great. Something like this because I really don't want everything down, right? I just want it down enough so I still got a flowy look. It's not going to fall off the paper. And I'm just going to put a couple on here because they hold really well. They hold really well. They look small, but they're very powerful. They're a glue dot. I don't have my little experts in here that love to line these up on their fingers. hopefully I'll see them this weekend, right? Mostly everybody's out of school because of Easter week. At least for today anyway, not everybody's out the whole week. But that's the one I cut off. Hold on, it's stuck. Guess I didn't get it cut off, or that was an extra one. Alright, so I'm just going to do this right across here. You see how it just easily tucks in there. And I don't even have to remember where my dots I put them. I just do it like that. Now I did have that one left over that I just, if you wanted to, you could tuck the leaf in there. It's flipped over, most probably white, and I don't see it offhand, but that's okay. Alright, so I've got this coming across here. Now originally I had thought I would tuck this blue under here. And, you know, it's just a personal preference. And I already set this down, so I could gently lift this up possibly and get this off. Yes, okay, cool. So actually on this particular case, yeah, I don't want to do it on both, right? So hold on just a minute. Let me just gently pull that up. Okay. Sometimes we just get ahead of ourselves because we're in a do mode. I'm in a do mode, right? If you're like me, with it being Good Friday, and you got Easter week here, you're getting ready for family. I know for us it's like we got to clean up, we're creating. When people get here, we'll create, because we always like to create something together. And I don't know about you, but I always like to create something that we can give to somebody, whether it's somebody we know, or if it's somebody we wanted to give it to a nonprofit. You know, we did St. Jude's. We've done a couple of other nonprofits too, where we made cards together and gave them away. See how nice that is? And then all we have here now is just to add some bling. And we're going to get that bling in here. And it's just beautiful paper. You know, I love beautiful paper because it's just so easy to create with beautiful paper. Just, you can create with anything really, but beautiful paper always makes it super nice. Okay, now I seem to put one right here. Works out for me. Alright, so looky there. We've got our card created. We sit there and stress the side with scissors, and we could stress it more if you wanted to. This was distressed. I said stressed, but it's distressed. We distressed this side previous week by tearing it. And same thing around here. We just tore around all the edges around the whole thing. And then we just used the leftovers to finish this and do this. Now, before we leave today, because we still have a few more minutes, let me go ahead and prep us for next week, okay? So this is actually the cardstock left over from me taking this off last week and being able to distress that. So this is leftover. So actually what I'm going to do with this is, we'll put that aside too, because that's stuff we can use. So we're going to create our own paper here around. Yeah, so what I envision with this is that we're going to sit up here and fussy cut this. Now if you want to fussy cut this before next week, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine. Anyway, we'll do some fussy cutting. But what we're going to do here is I've got two colors out. I have the blue here, that is this month, and I've actually got Bumblebee, which is a previous month. And all we're going to do is we're going to take the second stamp set that was in here this month. It had the beautiful big flowers on it. As I'm rustling through my box here. We're going to take those big, beautiful flowers and we're going to stamp, all right? So what I wanted to show you, and I actually practiced this a little bit earlier. I had really thought that I would do it like this, but it wasn't really what I envisioned. So I had already did this with my team, and this was pretty cool. Is we literally just took the stamps, and these just peel off real easy. You don't want to get your fingerprints all over it, and I'll get the stickiness off. But we're just going to peel this off, and we're going to put it in a block. And so what I really envisioned was taking advantage of that paper, and it just didn't come out the way I wanted. So we're going to do it this way. And I'm only going to do one flower. You could do as many as you want, because I'm going to use this for, like I said, next week, for the next week's Teach Me Now. But I'm just prepping, right? So this is really nice. This is a beautiful stamp. And I'm just going to stamp that off, and I'm going to clean this off just so I don't get yellow over it. So it's nice because it gives it the whole watercolor look, basically, like you've watercolor painted it or whatever, without actually doing that. We're just stamping. And then the other stamp right here, you just stamp over what you just stamped. And this gives it like some extra detail and all. And actually, I'm going to do this in the blue so you'll be able to see it. I actually did this the other day, and I want to say it was like a Mango Melody type color, and I had done blue over it. Here I used this blue, but today I'm going to take this one here, and I used the Bumblebee yellow. You'll have to let me know what you think and like, because basically, let me do it this other way. Basically what we're going to do next week is this is going to be fussy cut it out, and we're going to make a card with it, all right, from the kit. And I'm just going to ink this really good because I want this outline image stuff to really show up. So for when we fussy cut, I have the lines to do it. We have the flower and everything else. So all you gotta do is take it, ink it up, and you're just gonna line up so there's 2 flowers here, and here's 2 images here. So this all lines up perfectly, and you just line up that little center hole in the middle there, and we're just gonna stamp down. All right. So we have our image with our color, and all we're going to do is sit there and fussy cut that out. So we're going to fussy cut that out, and that'll be ready for next week. And when you fussy cut this out, so you have options. You can either fuss it out collectively as a whole, or in this particular case, I just go around and cut it out. And I cut out one at a time, because I know I'm most probably not going to use all 3 of them connected like this. Now this one you can see like this here, where it looks like they're connected, and how is it going to look? Well, you know what? I'm going to make it work. How about that? So if I want something a certain way, I just find a way to make it work. So we're going to work on that for next week. But I wanted to give you an idea of what we'd be doing, and go ahead and prep them if you got your kit, so that you can prep it, and we'll do it together, because that's always fun when we create together. Alright, so you can see then now I have 3 flowers that I'm going to be working with, and I may use them all. I may use 2 of them. I may use all 3 of them. I have choices. I always like to have choices. So I'll work on just shaping this the way I would like it. I just sort of wiggle my scissors, and there you go. So we are prepping for next week for that one there. Okay, just to give you an idea where we're going next week. All right, so if you want to prep ahead, go ahead and do that. So this is the card we created today, and this is our 3rd alternative, and it's very fun. I love the whole distressing the paper. I hope you do too. And so with that, let's go back to the face here. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you enjoyed learning how to distress the paper, and how you can also do it with scissors, or you can tear it. It doesn't matter. You still get the distressed look on this particular paper in this kit, which I love. And it can go with just about anything. We've only showed you 2 different cardstocks between last week and this week that you can use, but there's others that you can choose as well, or continue with just what's in the kit, which I love, and you take with it anywhere you go. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, would you please share with others? We always have copies of the cards actually out there on Instagram. I shouldn't say copies, images. And we also have the videos that we save on YouTube, so you can always go back at your convenience and see them and review them and so forth. So please do feel free to share if you really enjoy this, because it's all about creating, sharing, and giving, right? So please sure to do that, and we look forward to seeing you next week with Zoe and, not Zoe, Zoe won't be here. She might, I don't know. At least Nana will be here next week. Hi, Lourdes, and happy Easter to you, and happy Easter, Jennifer, and happy Easter to everybody else out there. I know we're going to have some cascaroni eggs with confetti in them, for those of you that might know what that is, and we're going to have fun with that. So, be blessed. Have a very blessed weekend. Look forward to seeing you next week on Teach Me Nana here on Facebook Live at noon. Bye.